And welcome back to the On the Radar Hoops Sweet 16. As you see, it doesn't take us very long to get our first bucket of the contest. Georgia Stars striking first and making it a 2-0 ball game in the process. This particular contest is the 16 and under championship. Georgia Stars and the West Virginia Wildcats. West Virginia trying to answer right back. They work it into the big fella. Has his shot changed. We have a tie-up jump ball called. We'll see who the possession arrow goes to. We'll stay on that side with West Virginia. The jump step and the lay-in, they're in traffic. That one made by number 25 for the Wildcats. That's Brenton Strange. He ties us up at 2 apiece. Ashton Higgins lost the handle. Higgins with a great performance yesterday versus Alabama Challenge. Put up a 30-piece nugget. This time he's going to get it ahead. Christian Brown. Brown. No, sir. Access denied there by the Wildcats. Pace got a little helter-skelter over the past couple minutes. Want to stop the up and down momentarily there with that foul. And they work it in to DJ Burns. DJ kicks it out. Stars make it 4-2. Ball on the floor. It's Christian Brown in there defending Oscar Shibwe. That was momentarily. Now they're going to have a little bit of a zone look. Hesitation, nowhere to go there along the baseline. Even that one's contested. Ball being tipped around, and they'll say last touch. Higgins pass ahead. Burns misses. The offensive rebound, keeping that play alive there. Was number 11, that's Jalen Williams. As Burns got the bucket. 6-2. There's a 3 from the corner. Money. For that one for number 23, that's Drew Williamson. Williamson with a wide open look. Cashes in. Now the Wildcats off and running. Nice job of poking that away. I believe that was Jalen Mason that got a hand on it. Christian Brown does that one in his sleep. Makes it 8-5. Remember, Brown, those of you that tuned into the Fab Frosh camp, he was a member of that camp there last year. Had to fly out before he could play in that top 20 game, but anybody that attended that camp saw why he earned himself a spot. They're among the best of the best. 7-8 now. Mason with the hesitation, now over to Brown. Brown for 3. That one just short. Rebound in the hands of Brenton Strange. Head coach for the Georgia Stars, Christopher Williams. Williams with a very talented squad. Aside from his involvement with the Stars, does a great job for basketball in the Atlanta area with this holiday hoops giving event. Third annual event set to take place in November later in this year, back when high school basketball kicks off. Definitely worth making the trip to Atlanta. Whether you're in this area or from a couple states away. Great collection of talent, not only from the A, but different teams in the country. Check that out at holidayhoopsgiving.com. 3-point game. Trying to split through there, tripped up in the process of doing so. Work it back into the big fella. Looks like he moved that pivot foot. It'll be called for the travel. Intriguing matchup here as you got Ashton Higgins bringing it up. So guard playing area to watch, but this will not be a matchup relegated only to good guard competition. Got some fellas banging inside. That Shibway snatches that one away. So young Oscar helps them come up with the steal. We'll see if they can convert. Here's the baseline drive. Shibway should have been called for the double dribble there, got away with it. Coach Williams not happy with the double dribble not being called. They did let a little bit of contact go. It was a double dribble, but you saw some contact, so it's kind of like offsetting penalties for lack of a better comparison. Not literally, but when it comes to officiating, I appreciate the officials that kind of let things balance out. Sometimes you don't make a call, but for the sake of this style of basketball, the coaches that are there along the baseline, we want to see the players shape as much of the game as possible as opposed to the whistles. So I can appreciate that. Here's Brown. Brown has it knocked away, gets it to Burns along the baseline. Nice touch. Gets that over the outstretched arm of Shibway. Makes it 12-7. Answering right back. That's Jalen Bridges. 10-12 ball game. We've got a timeout. We'll take that timeout with them. We'll be back with more OTR Hoops Sweet 16 action. Out of the timeout, Ashton Higgins dials up a three-pointer. That one off the front of the rim. Rebound brought down by Seth Fallon. Fallon will be guarded by Jalen Mason. Higgins trying to turn up the defensive pressure. Got the back tap there. So it will stay with West Virginia as they can't bring it in. Shibway sticking with it, getting fouled, and he will go to the line. Oscar Shibway out of Mountain Mission School. Good on that first one. We had Mountain Mission School on SUV TV a couple times this season. One at the Flying to the Hoop Invitational there in Dayton back in January. Then at the Believe Prep Palmetto State Showcase basketball event there about a month or so back in Rock Hill, South Carolina. That Mountain Mission program, very talented. Shibway just a small sampler of some of the size that program has. Got the alley, unable to come through there on the oop, 12-12. We're under the 9-minute mark now. Hagans draws two defenders, now gets it to Burns. Look at some of the attention that Hagans drew. They'll turn the ball over there, but they probably got word of that 30-piece. They can't capitalize there, but you see some of the impact that Ashton Hagans can make. That opportunity created there for Burns. But so far, give credit to the West Virginia Wildcats making sure Hagans hasn't gotten too out of control here, but still plenty of time left. Hagans up top. Now here's Brown. Brown hesitates for a second, goes in, has it poked away. So we'll have a West Virginia Wildcats substitution checking in. Number 21, Sasha Suhanov. Travel going to go against Beyond Hendricks. So we've been stuck at 12 for the past few minutes. Both teams trying to adjust to the other, and quite frankly, both of them being pretty stingy on the defensive end. Hagans called for the foul. The 16 under championship. Shibway to Suhanov. Suhanov. Think they might have got a hand on that one. Shibway goes up and finishes strong. That's going to make it 14-12. Let's take another look at that finish by Shibway. You see good defense there. They try to contest it. It's a gather, and then think twice before you go up with the Shibway. You saw both Brown and Burns trying to knock that one away. Shibway timed it perfectly. Let those two fly by, went up, powered it home. 14-12, 2-point advantage. As young Oscar has the last 4 points. for West Virginia Wildcats. Hagen's called for the travel. Three-pointer misses from the top of the key. Was a good look there for David Shizuski. Just wouldn't fall for him. 4-point game now in favor of the Wildcats. State of West Virginia there on the jersey. There's Hagen's elbow jumper, good. Had one guy in his face, another guy coming over the top to get a hand up, didn't matter. Hagen's stock continues to rise. I'm sure he'll get up and just yam this one. Ties us up at 16 apiece. Gave the West Virginia Wildcats credit for sort of keeping Hagen's at bay early on in this one. But he is trying his best to take off like we know he can. As I mentioned, 30+ there versus Alabama challenge to make it to this game. Well, the Wildcats answer right back. Hagen's has been going for a lot of back taps on the defensive end. Hagen's dishes that one inside to Malachi Rhodes. And Rhodes will go to the line. You look at some of the effect that Ashton Hagens has had. It's a nice move there, but a good recovery. Hand in the face initially, even the Shibway came in there, but Hagen's showing off the mid-range. Rhodes knocks down both free throws. We're tied up at 18 apiece. Nowhere to go, was in need of a lifeline. It's going to be stolen away. And we'll have a foul that will send number 12 to the free throw line. Rhodes again. First free throw's missed. We knew this one would be a treat coming in, and it has not disappointed. If you've appreciated this first half, wait till that second half rolls around with the talent on the floor. Good coaching on both sides. We are definitely in for a treat here at the On the Radar Hoop Sweet 16. That three-pointer's no good. A Shibway battling for the rebound. Loses it momentarily. Brown meets him. Shibway still able to power through. Just too big there on that possession. Hagens with the take, a little too strong on the shot. Tried to get to it before Shibway picked it up. Rebound there by number 22 for the Stars. Titus is number 22 for the Stars. Titus Wright. Shibway, good defense. That'll be 3 in the key. Credit to Titus Wright there for that defense. Shibway has slowly but surely cranked things up over the past few minutes. See Titus Wright stepping up to the challenge. Didn't go for any other fakes. He had nowhere to go, forces the three. in the key call. Brown has that shot changed in the air. As you see Coach Williams implore Brown to go in with a little bit more fervor, a little bit more intensity. Obviously the athleticism off the charts. Can get there, wants him to go in a little bit more like a wolf there on that play though. Brown definitely with the talent to do so. As we roll onward in this one. That pass intended for Titus Wright. Goes out of bounds, and now number 11, Jalen Williams checks into the game. Back in. 2-point contest in favor of the Wildcats. Here's a Shibway. Tried to split through a couple white jerseys, had it poked away. Nice shot there, that's number 22, Jeremy Dillon. Like how Dillon sort of read that. Didn't pre-commit to passing it back off to a Shibway. Took it right at the defense. Read him and was able to float that one up. Dillon gonna kick it over to the corner. That one's missed. Here's a Shibway. Rebounding like a man possessed. Can't get that shot to go though. And here comes Hagans. Hagans lowers the shoulder, gets the attention of the defense. Yeah, dropped it off and had a nice follow attempt by Wright. Just a lid on the rim there on that possession. Unable to knock down his past 2 3-point attempts has been Drew Williamson. 1 for 3 from three-point land here so far. Jalen Mason coming back in for the Stars. Jalen Williams gets a breather. Shot missed right. Nice job of poking that one away from a Shibway. Here's Mason. Mason going to take it all the way and lay it in. Nice bucket there by Jalen Mason. Makes it a 2-point contest. Coming up on 40 seconds. Dylan, nice pass. Trying to get to the rack prematurely there was number 25, Brenton Strange. Under 30 seconds. Hagan's with it. Hagan's short on the floater, but they get the offensive rebound. It's beyond Hendricks in there to get it. Shibway gets it. Makes a beeline there for the other end of the court. Has it knocked away though. And here we're going to have the nice pass by Malachi Rhodes to finish by Hendricks. That'll tie us up at 22 apiece as we go into halftime. We've got a good one here in the 16U championship at the On the Radar Hoop Sweet 16. We'll be back after intermission. And welcome back to Benjamin Mays High School here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we get ready to get the second half rolling, 22-22. Pretty much back where we started early on. With the exception that even though we're still tied, or we were tied, plenty of talent on display there on the floor. Ashton Hagens bringing the ball up. He's one of the players that has definitely labeled himself as a player to watch through his play here in this event. Had a pretty good reputation that preceded him coming into it. But that performance against Alabama Challenge there in the semis definitely helped this case even further. In addition to Hagens, Christian Brown trying to get going for the Georgia Stars. Hasn't had a game up to this point that I think reflects his ability, but still showing flashes of it. And a lot of it has been good defense by the West Virginia Wildcats. You saw that jumper knocked down. That was Dillon. There's the Christian Brown that we talked about. Has no problem getting to the rack. It's all about doing a slightly better job of finishing here in the second half. And Coach Chris Williams talked to him about that. In terms of really attacking, not just getting to the cup within a couple feet, but really in attack mode. I'd say he's making that adjustment here in this second half as he makes it 24-27 there with that most recent deuce. Over to the corner, that's Williamson. Hit his first one, hasn't been able to get it to go, and we see the strong rebound there by Christian Brown as he gets tangled up. I believe he got tangled up with Brendan Strange. Good work there by Brown. Ashton Hagens attends Newton County High School. Out there in Covington. Brown over to Hagens. They want to work it inside to DJ Burns. He's guarded by Oscar Shibway. Brendan Strange right there. Easy call for the official to make there on the charge. We talked about just a couple of the standouts there for the Stars. That last rant, it wasn't an exhaustive list by any means. They've definitely got more talented players outside of just Hagens and Brown. We'll talk about some of those as the game goes on. But on the West Virginia Wildcats side, very impressed with Oscar Shibway, as I am each time I see him play, whether it be for the West Virginia Wildcats or Mountain Mission School. And a good overall attack for the West Virginia Wildcats on the offensive end, but just a big part of what they do on both ends is a Shibway, just with his ability to not only take up space, he gets from point A to point B quickly, not just a space consumer. 3-point game now working there along the baseline. There was Williamson. Pass going to be broken up by Hagens. Hagens saves it ahead, but could not keep that foot in bounds. Dillon will try a three. Won't go. Battle for the rebound. It'll be last touched by the Wildcats. Back over to the Stars. Hagens will be called for the push-off. 3-point game, under 12 minutes. Traveling violation. And one against Seth Fallon. Fallon currently guarding Brown. Burns wants it against the Shibway. Brown gonna put it on the floor, floats it up, won't go, rebound snatched out of there by Brittany Strange. And you see Christian Brown being guarded by Fallon. You saw Burns trying to work inside against the Shibway. No knock to Burns. Has some good skills there in the interiors. You see him get that defensive rebound in traffic, but you look at that matchup where you've got Fallon guarding Christian Brown. Fallon listed at 6'4". Christian Brown 6'6". And that 6'4" for Fallon might be a little generous. Or I could be giving the braids of Christian Brown a little bit more, giving the dreads a little bit more credit height-wise, but that's more of a matchup that I think is in Georgia Star's favor versus Burns against a Shibway. Like they're not Burns, but the Shibway is tough to move and a lot of athleticism in addition to the girth. There's a nice touch on the baby jumper, Zion Dobbs. He makes it a 5-point game. Strange can't get the shot to go. West Virginia retains possession. They'll pull it back out and set it up. Officially under 10 minutes now left to play in the contest. All poked away by Higgins. He's been very aggressive on the defensive end. It pays off there, and he's got the and one on the other end. Nice work there by Higgins. Mentioned him going for steals a lot. Here in this one, going for the back tap. Sometimes it's paid off. Sometimes it hasn't, but they're able to convert the cookies into the three-point play the hard way. Makes it a 2-point game. Way too much air under that pass as Christian Brown nearly comes up with it. Fallon will be called for another traveling violation. Higgins, a lot of black jerseys around him, loses the handle momentarily. Coming the other way, tough shot, nice job of changing that one up by Christian Brown. Now Brown has it poked away, but Burns is right there to get it right back to him. Higgins will dial up a three. Shibway had gotten ahead of the pack. They didn't see him, so once they got it to David Suzuki, Shibway just kept anybody else from getting to him. Strong take by Higgins. Switches it to the left, but the shot won't go. He'll have to earn these two from the free throw line. Out of 28-31. Score here. Here's Hagans. Hagans had that one denied. Burns too strong there on the follow-up. Gun to Wildcats, and Shipway told him to throw it up. He said throw it up by the time they got that pass to him. He was practically on top of the rim, gets called for the travel. Brown can't get the jumper. Shipway with the rebound. Shipway there at the elbow, now over to Dillon. Oh, that's not Dillon, that's David Suzuki. Suzuki turns it over. Call for the travel. Two-point contest as we battle back and forth in this one. There's a wall of black converges on that one. That one's knocked out of there by committee. And that'll be another traveling violation against the Wildcats. Higgins over to Brown. Brown fouled on the play, goes down hard. And you hope everything's okay with everybody. Body's hitting the floor. Hard on that one, Brown. Still a little shaken up, but he is on his feet. As you see him go up, high elevation, comes down hard there on that surface. As he is tended to by a member of the Georgia Stars coaching staff and the trainer here on site, headed over there now. First free throw's good there for number 35 for the Stars. That's Alex Powell. (31-31) now as Brown, Christian Brown on his feet. Working inside. Nifty move. Nifty, nimble. I think nimble was more the adjective I was going for there, but you get the impression, regardless of how you want to describe it. That's a nice move right there. You see him flash, get the ball, and then able to not only go up strong, but weave through the two defenders and lay it in. Coast to coast finishing, that's Jalen Williams. Tied up at 33 apiece after Williams goes coast to coast. Now here's Hagans. Hagans can't get the shot to go. Pulled out of there by Eddie Christian. That's a good look at three. Shot won't fall though. Jalen Williams with the rebound. Beyond Hendricks. Hendricks gets the step and the roll. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. 35-33 after that Beyond Hendricks bucket. Looks like we're about ready to get play back rolling. 35-33. The Georgia Stars now have the lead. Christian Brown still being tended to there by the training staff on site. We'll see how long it is before he returns. Hopefully it's nothing major. Doesn't look like it, as it looks like he's just being stretched out over there. So good news there for all involved. Pass ahead to Hagans, a Shibway. Great play there by Ashton Hagans. A Shibway back there to challenge. And Hagans able to get the finish. You take a look at it, what was impressive about it is he had to use somebody there in order to keep a Shibway from getting that shot. Puts his shoulder right in the sternum and is able to lay that one up and in. Like the physical presence of Ashton Hagans. Just 6'3", but knows how to use that 6'3" well in terms of initiating contact. Not the type of player that's going to shy away from contact in the least bit. His three-point play the hard way makes it a 5-point game. Powell got the block. Now they go to the floor to get the 50-50 ball. We've got a timeout on the floor, so we'll go ahead and just keep it right here during this timeout. In the matchup prior to this one, it was SC Elite getting the victory over SC Raptors Elite. Second game of the day in terms of the broadcast slate. And We'll have 2 more matchups after this one. Those matchups will be the 17 and under AAC bracket championship. That matchup is going to feature the Tennessee Travelers taking on PSB Select. Stay with us after this one wraps up. They try to get that inside to Shipway. It's knocked away. Stars with a nice defensive possession there. I think when you look at what Westminster has done with Hagans, even though Hagans is making some key plays down the stretch here, they've done a good job of giving him his runs without letting it get too out of hand. And the Stars have done the same against Oscar Ashibwe, as they take it right at him there, missed the shot. Strange with the rebound. Ashibwe has stretches of this game where he was really threatening to sort of try to take things over. And the Stars provided a response, met him with some physicality and some length inside. But he wrestles that one away. And his ears must have been burning. And he says credit to those other guys, but I'm still here. He flushes that one and makes it a 3-point game. Timeout with 2:49 remaining in the contest. Take a look at that last play. You see him get it inside, wrestle it away. Oh, they keeping me quiet, huh? Don't worry about it. Chin up on the rim there for Oscar Ashibwe. For those that might want to tune into some girls basketball action as well, we've got the Peach State Basketball Tip-Off Classic showing live now here on SUV TV as well. Some great competition and exposure for the girls teams playing over there at Central Gwinnett High School. Catch that right here on SUV TV as well. Going on over there, you should have Tennessee Extreme Hunt versus Team Elite Hubbard taking place. At the task at hand, Georgia Stars versus the West Virginia Wildcats, the 16 and under championship on the line. Here at the On the Radar Hoop Sweet 16, Christian Brown has returned to action. Number 1 there for the Stars. Went down hard a couple minutes ago. Get that out of here, says the West Virginia Wildcats. Specifically, that was number 2, Zion Dobbs, that got a hand on it. Had some help from his teammates on the inside. Shibway missed the first one, got the rebound. As Burns gives him no room to work with, he passes it out. That one's short. So a jump ball caught there, and it'll be the Stars to throw it in. That's Mason. Mason out of Miller Grove High School. Referred to as championship high by some. Won 7 out of the last 8 state championships here in the state of Georgia, including this past year. Mason, a member of that high school program. Foul on the plate. Alex Powell checking in for the Stars. Christian Brown will have a seat. Couple balls that Coach Williams feels like Christian Brown has to come up with. They get that reach, that wingspan. Anything in that vicinity, got to get it, especially at this point in the game. Neither team really letting the other one pull away. West Virginia Wildcats led for a good portion, but Georgia Stars took the lead a few minutes back thanks to Ashton Hagens being one of the people that helped put together a nice little run to get them over the top. Jan Hendricks into Mason. Mason right at a Shibway and foul. Mason good on the first, makes it a 4-point game. Knocks down both. 5-point game. Final minute is upon us. And we had a ball on the floor. So a minute, 1 second remaining. Williamson to Fallon. Fallon inside to a Shibway. Tries to finish that one against DJ Burns. Good foul there by Burns. Shibway. Gets the first. Second one coming shortly. Can't get that one to go. That one kicks off to the right. But the ball is now loose and picked up by the Wildcats. Getting back into the picture is DJ Burns as he gets the steal. Here's Hagens. Had nobody back. Went up awkward there. Looked like he wasn't sure whether he wanted to dunk it or lay it in. Ends up missing the shot. Here come the Wildcats the other way, and we're going to have a foul. That will send number 23, Drew Williamson, to the free throw line. 21.4. You know, you saw that, Hagens trying to go for the throat, trying to get this one over, but he had three guys that were in the process of getting back for the West Virginia Wildcats. Now, to give him credit, he did blow by all three of them. Got on the rim, was there to lay it up, just sort of got caught in between. Got caught in no man's land. So full timeout. We'll take that full timeout with them. We'll bring you the final 21 4/10 of a second of this one after this commercial break. foul right out of the timeout. It's 38-40. Not a bonus situation yet. The way the on-the-radar hoops rules work, it's a penalty situation when there are 2 fouls under 2 minutes. But it's a timeout called by the Stars. They were having trouble inbounding the ball. They will take a second to talk about it. $19.3 remaining here in this one. So as I mentioned, up next, 2:20 Tennessee Travelers versus PSB Select will be the game that comes up next. 2:20 p.m. tip-off time. And then our last broadcast of the day, that one will feature Louisiana LT Rockets versus Team Jeremy, Florida. So they do get it in successfully. Caught in between a rock and a hard place there in that corner is Mason. Did he step out of bounds before he got rid of it? Yes, he did. Per the official right there on top of the play. So with 13 7/10 of a second. West Virginia, the Wildcats get the ball and they have a chance to tie this game. 13 7/10 remaining. Look at some of the high schools represented on both sides. For the Georgia Star side of things, Ashton Hagens, talented guard out of Newton County, as I mentioned. Jalen Mason out of Miller Grove. Alex Powell, 6'10" big fella out of Duluth. Malachi Rhodes out of Eagles Landing. And Christian Brown out of AC Flora there in the Palmetto State. On the West Virginia Wildcat side, Oscar Shibwe out of Mountain Mission School, joined by David Shizuki, who's also out of Mountain Mission. We come out of the timeout. It'll be Seth Fallon to throw it in. So they get it in. Spinning. Will they get a shot off? Yes, they do. Bounces around, and it will not go down. So we will play more basketball in order to determine this one. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. They did not tie it up. That wasn't to break the tie. That was to actually stay alive in that one. So you can't fault me here when you look at the talent that's here in this matchup. Maybe I tried to talk myself into some additional basketball. But no, it is the Georgia Stars that have a 2-point advantage and win this one here in the 16U Championship. Thanks for joining us here on SUV TV. Up next, PSB Select taking on the Tennessee Travelers.